We've been talking about this every couple of weeks throughout the summer, throughout the offseason. And now the Buccaneers took even more injuries. And I don't think these are season-ending, but it might impact week one. The backups to their starters at center and left guard got hurt in their last preseason game. They already lost Alex Kappa to trade and Ali Marpet to retirement. So they're looking at having 3 different starting offensive linemen from when they left off last year, right in the middle of the pocket where Tom Brady is the most vulnerable to pressure. I see a situation, Brian, where if Tampa doesn't have their stuff together and their O-line is bad and these Cowboys defensive tackles come to play, I think the Cowboys defense could really take it to Tampa and frustrate Tom Brady on that Sunday.
Yeah, I really like where you're going with this because, again, they're starting a rookie at left guard, and then you mentioned their backup center is now involved in this. So where you attack Tom Brady, and we'll talk about this a lot during the build-up to this game, is his eye level. Any defensive coordinator you ever talk to and you say, hey, how do you stop Tom Brady? Go back and watch. If you have the all-22 capabilities on NFL.com, go back and watch what Dennis Allen did to him at the Saints and how they attack the middle of that pocket. And all of a sudden you see Brady's eyes, instead of looking for Evans and Godwin and Julio Jones now, the level those eyes go down, he doesn't see that field. Now, he'll get rid of the football, but he'll also get rid of it just to not take a sack.
Yeah.
And so just try and throw it away.
His eyes are a superpower.
His eyes are a superpower because when he sees the field, he knows where he wants to go. He reads coverages. He knows where he wants to go with the ball. So if you weaken the middle in front of him, the problem he has is he doesn't move as well as now he'll slide and things like that. But trust me, the tape I'm going to study is every one of those Saints games for the last couple of years, because Dennis Allen's the Saints have got him figured out how to attack the middle of that pocket, and he's a little bit handicapped with a rookie starting and then again a backup center.
Sue's not there, Antonio Brown's not there, Gronk's not there. What are you thinking, Chiafalo? What kind of chances are you giving these Cowboys?
I think it's you're at home for the first game of the year. I think there's a very fair chance, especially we all probably felt higher on the Bucs coming into last year than we do this year, and we remember how good of a game that was. Now, both these teams look quite a bit different, but all these games in the NFL are usually very close. The line right now is the Bucs are favored by 1.5. So, I mean, this is going to be a pretty close game. The Cowboys should be in it. It should not, by any stretch, be a blowout, but I know that the Cowboys have shown, even in years where they win a lot of games like last year, it seems to always be the tougher playoff kind of championship caliber opponents they can't beat. They can beat up on their division, but then a respectable team comes to town, or you go into a respectable house. Now they're coming to AT&T, but like they can never really beat the playoff teams. They go 12-5, and you look at all their wins, and for the most part, it's like it's bad teams. And how much are you going to have to blitz Brady? Because I think the Dan Quinn blitz rate is decently high, and their sack rate was really high last year. But if you blitz Brady, he's probably going to tear you up.
Yeah.
So
you better get there.
Yeah, you better get there.
Yeah, the blitzing aspect of it, though, I feel like the Cowboys are better equipped now to have to pick up receivers. I mean, what I've seen from Anthony Brown, from Diggs, what they're able to do. I mean, press up on those guys, and if you could buy yourself just that half a tick of a second there, maybe you can get the opportunity to be in position and knock passes down. I could see them trying to take some deep shots down the field, and see if the Cowboys can handle that type of coverage in this game. But man, if you can hold up on the outside and those blitzes do maybe not get home, but start to disrupt him a little bit, just to where he's feeling it. He keeps feeling the blitz. He keeps feeling the blitz. And sometimes just that in that quarterback's mind that, man, they're not giving me a break here. They're not. Yeah. I mean, don't let Tom Brady feel comfortable in this game. I would rather die that than the slow death of not blitzing him, and all of a sudden you're like, oh well, he's just picking us apart here.
And I think as time goes on, Tom and the coaches are going to figure out a way to adjust. But going into week one, they might not know exactly what kind of things they need to adjust for with this offensive line. And I wouldn't be surprised if after the game they're talking about, well, has Tom lost it, or does Tom need to go to a new team if he's going to win another Super Bowl? So I think my thought on this is it's Tampa coming back to the pack more than maybe the Cowboys asserting themselves as a great team, and I think that's possible.
This might be when you watch this game, and I'm really looking forward to the studying it, getting ready for this. This might be where instead of Micah Parsons being a rusher on the edge, Micah Parsons through the A or B gaps.
Yeah.
That's where this thing might come down to, where he could just overpower the rookie guard or the center, the young center there. That's kind of where, instead of playing on the edge, because where they have strength, Donovan Smith and then also Tristan Wirfs, those tackles are good. I'm not wasting Parsons out on the edge. I'm sending him through the middle of that offense right there, that A-B gap, and make Tom see that number 11 keep coming at him that entire game.
Yeah, get those eyes down, man. I love the sound of that. By the way, speaking of Tom, there is talk in Tampa that this is going to be his last season. Either retire or move on. And I'm wondering, I want to get your thoughts on this. If just like LeBron, he might set a trend of quarterbacks going to teams that give him the best chance to win it all. Because the reason he would have to leave Tampa is they have over-leveraged themselves to keep as many of the guys as they could. And they've run out of money. That's probably why Sue's not on the team, right? They can't keep doing this and have a manageable cap situation into the future.
Yeah, they went out and got Akeem Hicks, though, that kind of replaced that big presence inside. And they drafted a kid at end named Logan Hall from Houston that I really, really liked a lot. So, they've done a pretty good job the last couple of years of replacing guys that had to move on with younger players. Like, the Cowboys just do it, just draft. Well, Tampa does it a different way too. I mean, they'll go out and get an Akeem Hicks or somebody like that in order to try and supplement their roster.
All right.